The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
What's up, everybody? It's the week of November 18th, 2019. My name is Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, Kevin Reevy. What up, Reevy?
What's going on? I'm not even the only Kev here. This is crazy.
That's true. What's up? What's up, CJ?
Not much. I can't believe co-host Kev does not want a microphone, and he keeps trying to steal my beer, and I can't figure out what he's going to do with it.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Wait, we're not dirty like that on this. What did you just say?
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Come on,
All
Kev.
right, you know what? Just leave.
Yeah,
You're
come
done.
on.
We were going to give him some airtime.
And we were going to talk about hockey, and then...
Yeah, Kev was over here specifically just to talk hockey.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Will you stop giving him your mic, CJ?
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Okay, it's done. He's out.
Bye, Kev.
For now, he's banned from the show.
Yeah.
Until further notice.
Never again.
Hockey's banned, too.
I'm disgusted. All right, so we are sponsored by Eunomia CBD. That's EUNOMIACBD.com. Go there now. Use promo code MBN. Get 20% off, free shipping, and free stuff. This is not a drill. They will send you free stuff.
You down with CBD?
Yeah, you know me.
Boom.
It works.
So there's a lot to talk about today. First thing we missed because it happened after we recorded, but the Thursday night football game was pretty crazy last week. Not because of the game itself, it was a shit bowl, but the last 8 seconds of the game was worth the price of admission.
Yes.
The big fight between Pittsburgh's third, fourth string quarterback and whatever the other guy's name was on Cleveland. It was bad. It was you hear about sports all that, fights in sports all the time, minus hockey. Hockey people actually fight each other, but you hear like all these, oh my God, did you see the Joel Embiid fight the other night? Like, dude, no, come on. He literally just wrestled with somebody, just hugged somebody aggressively, more like it. It's like an NBA fight. Usually it's the same thing in the NFL too. This time somebody actually smashed somebody in the head with a helmet, which I've never seen that before.
I don't know. The stuff leading up to it, though. The stills? Have you seen the stills?
See, I want to know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the quarterback said. I don't know what he did. Like, I feel like the quarterback is somewhat at fault here, and he's the only one in the situation that didn't get any.
So apparently, when they were on the ground, the quarterback twisted Garrett's helmet to begin with.
Yeah, it looked like. Yeah,
we have video to see. Yeah, he slapped at his helmet a little bit,
and then tried to rip it off.
That's insane.
And then kicked him in the nuts, and then went for his dick and tried to twist it.
Wrong.
Let me see this.
Wrong. If you look for certain things on the internet, you will find it.
He did kick him in the nuts.
The still where it shows him like grabbing his nuts, kicking him in the nuts. No. Watch the video and it says what it says. It says what happened. And none of that shit is real. He didn't grab.
He tried to grab the dick and twist it.
No, that's not a real thing.
I don't know. First of all, I'm not.
You do know. Watch the video.
I'm not. I watched the video. I'm not a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback's face. I think he's a piece of shit. Automatically, he's ugly as hell. Looks like somebody that I would never talk to. The second thing that I noticed about this situation is that Pittsburgh was down considerably to a division rival. It's a big deal. These games are always violent. It's always crazy. I think that Myles Garrett should be done. Like, that kind of shit can't fly in the NFL.
Oh yeah, especially when he tried to come back with the helmet too.
Right.
He
tried to hit him a couple times with that helmet.
The overhead wasn't that bad. He kind of got the paddings down there, but
it sparked a debate at my work about what part of the helmet would hurt the most to get hit in the head with.
I think when you saw Garrett trying to come back with it, like across his face,
that would have,
and then it got back. Yeah, no, that would have been like hitting him with a rock or something.
Yeah, just hitting him with like the crown of the helmet would probably hurt really bad.
The crown over.
Where he hit him though with it, I feel like any place on the helmet, if you hit him with a football helmet, it's going to hurt real bad. I mean, I'm surprised that little ass dude didn't get knocked the hell out. I think it's kind of dumb that he's the only one in this situation that didn't get suspended even at all.
But it all started with a hit that he probably would have been fined for anyway. You're not allowed
He's getting fined. He is
to
getting
land
fined.
on a quarterback in that way. You're not allowed to that play would have been flagged.
Yeah.
So that's what Mason Rudolph was really upset about, was that it was an aggressive sack.
Mason Rudolph, that's just like a...
And he didn't do much.
I don't like his face.
He was mad. He was angry, fine. But you're not, I mean, it should go without saying, you're not allowed to grab someone's helmet and beat them over the head with it.
He looks like a liar, you know? He looks like somebody that I just can't trust.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, too. So there was a guy on Twitter, and, you know, I like to, like, call out random people on Twitter, but this seems to happen too much, especially on Twitter, at Brunello for me. I don't know what that means. BRUNELLO, the number 4ME. His tweet right here. I think there's a lot of things wrong with Mason. He says he loves Trump and Lauren, Tommy Lauren, however you pronounce that.
I didn't know he was a Trump guy before I said all this stuff.
But that is besides the point, I guess. Hopefully the knock on his head knocks some sense into it. Oh, that's great.
Listen.
Yeah. Because this now is part of the if you vote for Trump, you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, that's silly. That's silly.
It's insane.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's silly.
And I don't know about like any of Mason Rudolph's beliefs.
Because everybody's loving on the Bosa brothers. Everybody's loving on the Bosa guys. Those are Trump guys. You know, so it's silly to me. I didn't know that about him. I just think his face sucks. You know, I just have like this thing about faces where like if I don't like your face, I generally don't like you. Luckily, everybody here, I like their face. Mason Rudolph.
You told me that the first time we met.
You have a nice face.
And I thought it was weird. That was the first thing you said. You said, I like your face.
Well, now it's explained.
Yeah.
If I didn't like your face, we wouldn't be here right now. Chances are I would never speak to Mason Rudolph other than just to tell him, like, dude, fix your face. You know, it's dumb looking to me. But that's just me.
Right.
I kind of wish he got knocked out just for that. That's how I feel. When I watched it, I was like, did he get knocked out? Oh, no. Sucks.
You're part of the problem.
I guess. But we do have another really big thing to talk about, and this involves Colin Kaepernick, but it also involves
Colin
Kaepernick.
Never heard of him.
It also involves a brand new sounder for a not so brand new segment.
So these leagues, they need to be the parents. We're the kids. We don't know better. We're just fans. I mean, I know better because I'm Reevy, and this is the Reevy rant, and I get to say what I want, and I'm right.
Welcome to the Reevy rant with cool music in the background for the first time.
Oh, that's so sexy. Yeah.
It's like this song screams hot take to me, you know? Hot take.
Exactly.
It's the Reevy rant time.
I'm going to make this quick. We had to talk about this, so we might as well start with the Reevy rant and then launch into it and do this about Colin Kaepernick. But I have a unique take. And you know what? I'm not the only one that's take. I'm not the only one that listens to Reasonable Doubt with Adam Carolla and Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos being the one, and this is a podcast. Check it out. Great podcast. Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. It's not on the NBN network, unfortunately, but if you got to listen to something,
sucks for them.
Check it out. My favorite non-NBN network podcast. Mark Garagos, the co-host for that podcast, is Colin Kaepernick's lawyer. And on the last episode that aired on Saturday, before all this went down, and they record this on, who knows, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever it is they record this, he said on the podcast, just stay tuned. There's going to be some big news late Saturday, early Sunday. It's not what you think. There's just stay tuned. He can't say, but stay tuned. So interesting his lawyers saying that on presumably, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
When we're led to believe that Colin Kaepernick's whole deal, why he canceled the tryout with the NFL, the workout, was because of at the very end, they had a waiver, and it was an unusual waiver, and they were uncomfortable with it. But miraculously, they had a new site an hour away, and security was all set up there, and everybody on their team was set to go play there. Colin Kaepernick had no intention for weeks. No intention from when the NFL said they would do this. Colin Kaepernick and his team had no intention of doing it on their terms. But they had a light bulb went off and said, we can use this. Because we can't do our own tryout and have teams show up and have the media show up the way the NFL can. So what do? You have the NFL schedule the whole damn thing, and last second we change the rules and we do it on our own terms. Because what does Colin Kaepernick want? A new lawsuit. And that's what they're drawing up right now. A new lawsuit, because every year he's not signed, they can sue for collusion again. And that's what he really wants to do. He doesn't want to play. That ruins his collusion case. He will never make enough money as he will with a collusion case.
My problem with this whole situation is that, A, it's been going on way too long. As a lot of people know that listen to this show, listen to other shows, I've been a big Colin Kaepernick supporter during this whole thing. That's gone now. I'm done with it. He's a 30-some-year-old guy that, he's not going to be back in the NFL. Looked okay in the video footage that I saw from this high school football field that he went to.
Did he, though?
I mean, hey, he was completing passes. Obviously, they're going to show the ones that he completed. They're not going to show the ones that he overthrew the guy or underthrew the guy, whatever.
His
they're not
form
show
looked
the other shit.
awful.
I think if he did the NFL tryout like he was supposed to, you would have saw the ones he didn't complete.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the NFL would have owned the footage and they would have not released the good footage. Because just like with the sounder for co-host Kev, you can have all the footage you want. You can release what you want, though, because you own the footage, Taylor.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
So
why is he still here?
So
stop giving him your mic, CJ. Will you go home?
my thing with it is like, all right, so after he did his cool little tryout thing, that the NFL, put together for him, that Jay-Z apparently, stuck his neck out and tried to get for him, after months of everybody calling Jay-Z a sellout and this and that for working with the NFL to begin with, Colin Kaepernick decides, like you said, to move the practice, tryout, whatever you want to call it, 60 miles away to a high school football field. Presumably, why? Because the NFL didn't want media access at the Falcons facility.
No fans.
No fans
and
as
it was
well.
just NFL cameras.
So all of this.
By the way, if Colin Kaepernick wanted fans, why did he keep the fans in the dark the entire time?
Right.
Who was really, fan-wise,
Well, so
who could possibly show up unless they were paying attention minute by minute?
Right. So here's the thing, though, is that if right after this happens, Colin Kaepernick's people are out and they're talking about, the NFL, this was just a publicity stunt to begin with.
And that's what his
PR
lawyer was saying at the time.
So what?
For weeks.
But what is what he did then? That's a public. If you're mad that the media can't be there to film you to show everybody publicly, that's literally a publicity stunt. What you're doing is a publicity stunt. Then he does his practice. He gives a little 90-second little clip about him talking. I'm ready. I've been ready for 3 years. I've been denied for 3 years. I'll go wherever. I'll do whatever. Okay, except for do exactly what the NFL wants you to do.
No, you let independent media in there to film it, show what they want, and then it's like getting your footage from, a U.S. news source or a North Korea news source. The NFL would be North Korea with this because they would show you the fucked up shit to show that Kaepernick's nowhere near ready to come back, and that's why we're not doing this. They would use it to full advantage.
But to be fair, the NFL did say that every party involved would get the cut and they'd get the full, uncut video of the entire thing.
Right.
So the idea, I'm not sure that Kaepernick would have the freedom to distribute it on his own. I'm sure he wouldn't. It would be owned by the NFL.
Yeah, no, it would be because NFL does that. So if you ask for footage from the NFL,
would get the uncut video. So what's the point? He can't release the video to his fans, but every team is going to... It comes down to the teams.
But the NFL would release the shitty footage to the media.
They wouldn't do that, though. They
would do that to plead their case, how they're the victim in this, how Kaepernick is not good anymore.
It's impossible because Kaepernick would have the footage.
But with 20-some teams there.
But he would be sued by the NFL if he released the footage without license.
But with 20-some teams
not if they release
there,
it
with 20-some teams out of 32, there were like, if all right, say that the NFL is just like, oh, here's a montage of all these incomplete passes that Colin Kaepernick threw on Saturday. Yeah, but then all the 23 executives or whoever scouting people that were there for the other teams, they would say, oh, well, yeah, he looked better. He looked way better than this. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't talk to each other.
Collusion, which is the most
but would they tell
ridiculous thing.
you as the fan, as the person in the public, that he looked better than what the NFL released to ESPN? No.
No, I can dig that. I understand what you're saying. Probably my biggest problem with this whole thing, from Saturday as a day in general with him, is that he said that he wanted to go to this place to invite the media there to provide full transparency. That's a quote. Full transparency. This coming out of the mouth of someone who got paid and signed a non-disclosure agreement. I don't want to hear dick about
Right, we still don't know what he got paid from his last lawsuit.
I don't know what he got paid. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the NFL did. I don't know what they said. I don't know anything about the situation other than he got paid and he can't talk about it.
And how about this? From his own video, his own workout and everything. Is it just me, or have you seen like 8 passes from that entire video? I've seen the
I've only seen like 3 or 4. Yeah. There's only been a couple.
We've seen less than I feel like if the NFL would have done it, we've seen less.
Right.
Well, also the big part about Nike was there filming. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to be there at the workout at the Falcons filming.
Yeah.
So how much did Nike pay?
Right.
So that's a payday for him that they also cost him.
Right. I don't know though.
Yeah, if Nike can't film it, they can't make a commercial of it. He doesn't get paid from it.
Nike apparently wasn't planning on filming there though. They just wanted to make a commercial and use the names of the teams. They couldn't do that because the NFL wouldn't let them do it, or some legal jargon that I don't understand. The only thing that I do understand is that this is literally a fucking waste of time. All of it.
No 32-year-old running quarterback can still play in the league. It didn't work with Mike Vick, and he's the greatest running quarterback of all time. It will not work with Lamar Jackson when he's 32. It does not work.
No.
Mike Vick, greatest running quarterback of all time. When he got to his mid-30s, he was garbage.
Yeah, he was
could not play
shell.
the game.
Yeah, it was a shell of himself. Yeah.
So why Kaepernick, who was one of the worst throwing quarterback when he played, 3-16 in his final 2 years, completing way less than 60% of his passes.
Yeah.
Could not throw a damn football. Now you're saying 3 years later, out of the game, he can play? No. As a backup, maybe. Fine. Making very little money backing a quarterback up and just running the ball, period. Fine. Maybe. Anything other than that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It has never worked in the history of the game. Why is he the exception?
I have feelings about the whole situation in the sense that I feel bad for Cap in a sense that I think that a couple of years of his prime were taken away. It's not. It's such a hard thing to do because.
But what about the question over all of this, which is still kind of valid? It might be a quote unquote conspiracy theory, but that he was never sitting on the bench about this to begin with. Because he was just benched for Blaine Gabbert. He was a starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and now he's benched for Blaine Gabbert. And if he was sitting for social justice, why did he not say a goddamn thing about it?
See, that is my one downfall with him. He had all the press there. They're talking about him today nonstop. If he's for a political issue or a social justice or any issue whatsoever, why didn't you tell it to the press while you were there?
And that's the thing, too. If you follow Youth Rights Camp on Instagram or Kaepernick or any of the people that are associated with the Youth Rights Camp, which started as a fantastic foundation, I'm sure it still is, but their Instagram account is literally just all, I'm with Cap, fuck everything else, the NFL sucks, bullshit.
Yeah.
There's nothing about the cause. There's nothing about educating kids on there. There's nothing about it. It's just Cap is great. Eric Reed is great. Malcolm Jenkins is a piece of shit. Jay-Z is a piece of shit. That's literally what the fucking page is. Oh, look how gorgeous Nessa looks. That's literally what the fucking page is. It has nothing to do about educating kids about their rights. It has nothing to do about anything like that, because if you want anything to do with that, you have to pay for it. And that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Kaepernick was out, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, giving stuff to homeless people. Where was that issue? At least something.
Something. And hey,
You had the media there. Say something.
I love that he does all that shit. Love it. It's great. It's great.
But bring attention to it when you have the media by the balls.
Right. Because if that's what you wanted, now it's all about the NFL. It's all about if he can play. He has to play. Everybody's like, well, no cap, no NFL. For how long? For how long? Till what? He's 40?
I feel
It's
like
not fucking happening.
every year he could file a lawsuit against the NFL saying there's collusion. But you know what? I want the NFL to grow a pair and take it to trial. They can't settle again. Don't settle.
See,
Once it goes to trial, and let's say they rule in Cap's favor, then there's a precedent set that every time a player's not signed, they can sue.
right.
That's such a dangerous precedent. There's no chance in the world that a jury will convict or that they'll side with Kaepernick. There's no way.
I agree with you to a point. So with this particular issue, with this particular situation, with this particular player, it's a bad look because players, all right, you don't see a president going on Twitter bashing one of these guys who beats the shit out of their wife. You don't see a president bashing anybody except for this guy. And the whole thing played out just wrong. Everybody that was involved in it, being the media who didn't cover the right aspects of this, all they covered was the kneeling for the longest time. That's all they talked about. Oh, here's Kaepernick kneeling. Oh, here's another guy kneeling. It's like every week it was just like, oh, here, just to update you guys, a couple guys in Miami are kneeling today. Oh, and a couple guys in Denver.
Yeah, but never why.
Never why. So they fucked up. Then Cap fucked up by wearing the pig socks and the all the different shit that he did to fuck this whole thing up.
Well, no. Oh, sorry to cut you off with it, but the pig socks, they were part of his issue at the time for the week.
I get it.
For the police brutality thing.
I get it. But to people that are trying to understand his message, they look at that as an insult.
And
they
he
look
was
at
about
it
to be signed by Miami.
Right.
By all accounts. And then his girlfriend goes on Twitter and bashes the owner of the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins. Meanwhile, he's there in like a Fidel Castro shirt and all this shit. So it's just like a mess, right? And then on top of all of that, you've got the president of the United States calling him a son of a bitch for the whole world to read. The whole thing played out bad from the very beginning. And then when you get all these guys who, know Donald Trump prior to him being the president, friends with him outside of all that shit, whatever, they don't want a problem with it. They don't want to bring Kaepernick in. We'll just draft somebody. So there was collusion to some degree. I firmly believe that somebody like Jerry Jones was like, fuck that guy. He's never coming back in the league.
But then where's Ray Rice?
He's gone, and he should be.
27 years old. You talk about a guy, like, if you're going to talk collusion, you didn't want this guy on your team. He paid his penalty with the law, with the league.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And
you're right on that.
Be signed?
It's the same deal.
A 27-year-old...
Same deal, different clause.
Year-old running back who averaged at least 1,150 rushing yards the prior 4 full seasons he played in the league. He's 27 years old now, and he can't be signed. And I'm not saying he should be.
Right. If that tape didn't come out of Ray Rice, he would have gotten signed.
Right.
So, but who would, if Kaepernick got signed to anybody, who would protest?
The Trumpers.
No, there would not be that much.
There wouldn't be a protest.
Ray Rice, if he got signed, who would protest? There'd be a whole bunch of women out there protesting.
Yeah, yep.
Signs up and everything.
No, you're right.
But those things die down regardless. The protests, whatever. The whole thing is you don't want a distraction in the locker room. It's a team game. You don't need that. You don't want that.
All the people that were mad would probably be all right with it a week or two later after he just sucks. You know what I mean? After their team just doesn't win or whatever happens. I mean, now if Kaepernick were to come back and bring him back as a fucking and he ends up taking the team to the playoffs and they make a deep run, people might get a little upset about that, sure. But like you said, Reeve, it'd be over. It would end. It ended with Vic. It ended with whoever else.
If he was a good quarterback, it wouldn't matter. He's
Right.
the most important, but he just wasn't good enough.
Right.
And to be a distraction like that as a backup quarterback, I'm embarrassed that we need to keep saying this because it's fucking obvious.
Yeah.
And we know it.
Yeah.
But people that need to believe otherwise just block that part out of their mind. They can't believe it. But you don't want a backup quarterback who will not play. If everything goes right, he won't play, but he's going to be a distraction for your team for what?
Yeah. All right. So about the backup quarterback thing, I agree 100% that he would be a backup quarterback in certain places. In other places, I think it would be literally irresponsible not to at least consider him for the starting
Right,
job.
but that first year, he had contract demands.
Oh, yeah.
And
you're
the
right.
money didn't make
You're right.
sense.
No, it didn't make sense.
Because
now,
he was literally...
Now none of that's there.
I did a whole thing on this. Check it out at theacesbader.com.
Yeah.
He was the worst thrower of footballs his last year, you could say his last 2 years in the NFL. 3-16 during that time period.
Now, let me ask,
the worst thrower of footballs in the NFL.
Were those 2 seasons Chip Kelly there?
Good question, and I resent you putting me on the spot like that. You bitch. But it's quite possible. I'm not entirely sure.
Because I know that Chip benched him. That was the end of his career, essentially,
Right.
was when Chip did that. But I don't remember if Chip was there, if that was the first year Chip was there. That's what I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know, man. What is he a talented quarterback? I firmly believe that he's got talent. I firmly believe that. But at this stage in the game, it's over. It's over. He fucked that up. He did. Whether he's going to start a new lawsuit, like you said, for collusion, hey, all good. But to me, if I was a judge, you settled, bro. You're done. You're done.
By the way, there's an ESPN article out there. Everyone can search it. It exists. It's there. He was quoted as saying, during that first year, any team willing to sign me, I will not kneel. I will not protest.
He sold
Everyone
everything
forgets
out.
this part. It was too little too late at that point. He was doing whatever it took at
Right.
that point to get signed,
Right.
but it was too little too late. Once he realized it was too little too late, he went all in on the protest side. So he's trash. He's not somebody you want to get behind.
He didn't go all in on the protest side because I still don't know what the fuck his current
Because he's
message
not
is
good at
because he
it.
didn't say anything.
It was never
Right.
his intention, so he's
Right.
not good at it.
Right. Let's think real quick before we go on break. What teams would he come in and make an immediate impact on? Denver. Would you take him over Flacco?
Yeah, I mean, I've said for years. I mean, you could
I would take him over
for
Flacco.
as much shit as I've talked, you could go on my Twitter and search for Colin Kaepernick's name and see that I said if you bring in a running quarterback like Kaepernick, it will have an immediate positive impact. Yes.
Would you take him over the dumb-looking guy in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Would you take
I
him?
don't know. I think AFC's a little too hard. Like Vic, that was when Vic was there as the backup quarterback. Just
But
playing
now-
those AFC teams. He did well against the NFC
It's
teams. A couple
difficult
games
thing
he did
now.
play.
He's been out so long,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure he can do that.
Would you take him over Jameis Winston in Tampa Bay?
No way. Not even close.
Would you take him over whoever is the quarterback in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
we are getting to a point where
Miami.
There's plenty of
Yeah.
teams that it doesn't matter, but he's not going to play well. It's not going to, and I think he knows it's not going to be a good look for him.
What's his name in for the New Jersey Jets? Sam Darnold. I would take him over.
Yeah.
I would take him over.
That's insane.
I would take him over Nate Sudfeld.
Well, yeah, but the point is he can't play and he knows he can't play. Let's be real. If we're running the odds, he's done. He's too old. He's a one-trick pony, and he's a 32-year-old running quarterback who hasn't been in the league in 3 years. You can't play. It's done. Maybe last year or the year before for sure.
Yeah.
Now it's done. It's over. There's game shape. Why we throw out that whole idea just for Kaepernick is insane, but it's a real thing. And former football players will tell you game shape is a whole different deal.
Yeah.
And I saw Colin Kaepernick's workout. If I thought it was impressive, I would say so. I'd be like, damn, he looked pretty good. No, he looked way out of game shape.
I feel like
he's out there in a cutoff T-shirt throwing. Some of these passes look like he literally is like an actor playing a quarterback. Some of these, the old adage, it's played out, but you throw like a girl. A few of these were bad.
I feel like
Wobbly footballs when you don't have pads on.
Yeah.
Nobody coming at you. You got a cutoff shirt. And he's throwing these high passes 15 yards out, and they're wobbly as hell and high. That's insane to me.
I don't know. His arm strength looked a little bit better than Carson Wentz in the fourth quarter on Sunday.
The one thing, you can't take arm strength away from a guy who's just been lifting weights for the past 3 years. So, like, everybody on Twitter that wants this, like, that has the one video of him throwing this long pass. Common was on Twitter. Funny. Everybody wants to say he doesn't have the ability. As you reference one video of him throwing a long pass. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Of course he can throw a deep pass.
Also, who is this receiver?
Right.
Like, who is that? Because that looked good. Like, they made some good catches.
But exactly
Receiver of his choosing.
Yeah.
Like Colin Kaepernick was saying, I don't want to, work out for the NFL because they're going to pick and choose what they show. All I saw on Twitter was people picking and choosing the videos that they want to call valid and just not using the ones where he was overthrowing a wide receiver 10 yards a fucking way.
Yeah, but see, those videos do exist out there. It's not like the NFL just released the shitty video.
And no team would ever sign him now. It's done. It's over. So what was the whole point?
I don't know. We're wrong a lot on this show, so maybe he gets signed in the next couple weeks. I don't know. But
I would love it because if he actually has to play, that's his worst nightmare.
Actually, breaking news, Colin Kaepernick signed.
Nuh-uh.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
If he knows if he has to play, it's his own worst nightmare because it will not work out. It's going to be a disaster.
Let's take a little break. When we come back, we got some guess the spreads and some clickbait. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Jackie from Relatable Radio. I want to talk to you guys about Eunomia CBD. This stuff is great, and it helps with my stress and my aches and pains. I've tried everything I can get my hands on, from the gummies, pills, droppers, drink enhancers, and they're all fantastic, and they work. Holidays are coming up. Give the gift of Eunomia CBD. It's 100% THC-free, nano-amplified, and third-party lab tested. You can find them at eunomiacbd.com. That's EUNOMIACBD.com. Use promo code MBN and you'll get 20% off, plus free shipping, plus free stuff. They're giving exclusive stuff just to the MBN listeners. So what do you have to lose? Go to eunomiacbd.com today. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
So you've been listening to the Might Be News Network, but you still can't get enough each week? Become our patron on Patreon. Head to patreon.com/MBN Network to become a patron and get exclusive content now. For as little as $5 per month, you'll get access to extended episodes of all your favorite shows, as well as perks including MBN merch and monthly giveaways. Just want to support the network? Become a patron for as much or as little as you'd like. Get bonus content each week and head to patreon.com/MBN Network. Your contributions help us make this network bigger and better than ever before. Patreon.com/MBN Network.
Welcome back to Might Be Sports. Kevin Reevy and CJ here with me.
By the way, gotta say, we're recording this on a Monday Fun Day.
Yeah.
This is the first episode in a long time where we've been drinking.
Yeah, it's true.
Shout out to Might Be Brews.
Yeah.
This episode is also sponsored by Might Be Brews.
Because we think we took your beer from the fridge.
Yeah. It might have been their beer.
MightBeBrews.com, which may or may not exist. And go to the thing and hit hashtag brews and code brews. And you get a free brews when you do that. MightBeBrews.com.
Hashtag.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Hey, stop stealing. CJ, it's your fault because you keep letting him take the mic.
He will not leave, and he keeps taking it.
You need to be more forceful.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Okay, you know what? I feel like I'm going to give you one more shot. Say something that contributes to the show. Go.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, you're done. Get out of here.
Bye, Kev.
I think, you know what? He's suspended from Might Be News for a week, too.
Yeah. We're going to file with the commission and see how it results.
You are talking to the HR department of the Might Be News Network.
Yeah. I think it goes under sexual harassment.
I decline your request. I need Kev on the show because I need to talk shit to him.
Well, he was just here. He just left.
Yeah,
so.
bye, Kev.
All right.
Let's get some spreads here.
All right.
Even though it's Monday and Monday Night Football hasn't been over yet, and the week's not over.
But holy hell, the way the one team beat the other team who's playing, by the way.
It won't let me see next week's Monday night game, so we get to miss out on that one.
I knew Kansas City would win. I didn't think they'd win that much.
Yeah, right.
What a game.
Or we can guess the spread for Monday night's game because I think it changed since last week.
Oh. Well, let's start there.
All right, so we'll go Chiefs at Chargers in Mexico.
Oh, it's in Mexico.
Yes.
That changes everything. Chargers by 3.
This is the game tonight?
Yeah.
I bet on this and I forget what the line is. Shit. 4.5.
Oh, Chiefs negative 6.5.
What?
Wow.
He's doing a different site than I am.
Guy on the couch just told me it was negative 4.5, and he lied to me. It's been a while since we had Ryan Fitzpatrick, guy on the couch, on the show, but he's already fucking me over.
So Thursday night game.
Yeah.
It is Colts at Texans.
I wouldn't touch this game with your dick. I know that it doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. I'm drunk. Okay, I've been drinking. All right, I've been drinking. But no, really, I would not touch this game
I wouldn't touch this game either.
because I have no idea what either team is.
Yeah. Where is it?
Let's pause.
At Texans?
At Houston.
I know
yes.
you both forgot, but on last week's show, I said multiple times,
Yeah.
I'm not a gambler with real money. I said I would put real money on the Houston Texans against the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh my God, you did say that.
Do you remember how that game ended?
Yeah, I remember how that game ended.
I'm not entirely sure, but the last time I checked, it was a lot to nothing.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
I shit the bed so bad on that pick.
So bad.
That's why I'm saying I have no idea. And yeah, I'll eat crow
Bad
when
enough,
I'm wrong.
bad
I'll
enough
say
that
it.
Deshaun Watson wrote on Lamar Jackson's jersey that he's the MVP.
That's crazy.
He was like 100% MVP.
I may need to totally rethink the Ravens.
You may need to totally rethink the Ravens.
I don't think I'm
and
wrong
Lamar
on
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
No, dude, he threw 4 touchdown passes that game. 4. We're getting into go to the weak territory right now. Let's
I still
get
think
some
he's going to
spreads.
get hurt. All right,
All right.
sorry.
He'll
Colts
get
at
hurt eventually.
Texans.
Colts and Texans, go.
I'm going fucking Texans by 6.
No, I'm going to say Colts by 2.
Texans by 3.5.
Damn it.
Panthers at Saints.
Okay, the Panthers are done.
Yeah.
They look really bad lately.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. They have no quarterback. So, Saints, Drew Brees back. 8. Saints by 8.
Going Saints by 9.
Saints by 9.5.
Ooh, I'm giving an air horn. I don't fuck with these halves. I'm not going half.
Broncos at Bills.
Is that me?
Yes.
Broncos at Bills. I like the Bills. I think they're underrated nationally. I'm going Bills by 5.
Allen looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I like 5. I feel like I would have said 5 if you didn't say 5, so I'll go 5.5 and Price is Right your ass.
Bills 4.5.
Ugh.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, you
It's
did.
always a mistake to get the wrong way on Price is Right. You look like a jackass.
Lions at Redskins.
2 teams that are also you wouldn't want to touch. These games, they're so hard to call. I think the Lions are just way better than the way they played.
Yeah.
And I say that every week.
Yeah.
And the Redskins, I kind of think they're way better than garbage, which everybody assumes they are. But then it's at the Redskins, so it's like this perfect combination. And whenever I get confused, I just say pick. So let's go with that.
I'm going to say Lions by 3.
Lions by 3.5.
How do they even do this? You might as well take the points.
Dolphins at Browns.
Ugh. Browns. All right, so here's some sensationalism. Browns are back.
Yeah.
The Browns are back.
And wait till you hear this line because I may or may not have some inside information.
Oh,
So you're right.
I'm thinking. All right, so we're guessing the spread. I think. Where is this game?
It's at Cleveland.
I think the Dolphins win this game. But I'm saying Browns by 3.
Browns by 10.5.
Browns by 11.
Damn, I still couldn't get it right. I knew it. But it depends on which, place you're going by. But can you imagine giving the Browns a double-digit line right now?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
No, that's garbage.
So much money is going to go on Miami.
Yeah.
But then this goes to my, time traveler theory where, all right, this line doesn't make any sense at all.
Right.
But a time traveler is coming back and putting a shitload of money on the Browns because they know something. So maybe you bet the Browns. I don't know. It's weird.
I think the Dolphins win that game.
Raiders at Jets.
Pause. So last week I said I would put my money where my mouth is. Well, you put $20 on the Dolphins straight up. You're going to get like 4-1 on your cash.
What, for this week?
$20 on the Dolphins to win outright. You're not taking the points.
Yeah.
$20. Are you going to do it? The odds are going to be strong. If you don't have the app, I accept PayPal.
Okay.
I can put in the bet for you. Do you feel comfortable doing this?
No.
How about we both do it? $10 a piece.
Okay. Done.
All right, done.
Done deal.
Sweet. Moving on.
Dolphins.
No, we're on Raiders at Jets now.
Dolphins win.
Nice. All right, Raiders at Jets. Sam Darnold looks good for a week. The Raiders
He's back.
are. I said, yeah, right. It's so weird.
It's so dumb.
So last week I was talking about how I was high on the Raiders to start, and they had like 2 bad weeks, and I was off that train, and they came back, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm not sure where I stand, and I think Sam Darnold's good, but then he had a period where he sucked. So if it's at Jets, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey.
Shit. This feels like no way this. Oh man, I don't know. Because Oakland had a double-digit spread for last week, and we talked about they did not earn that at all whatsoever. But now that they look good, shit. I guess 8.
Who?
Yeah.
Oakland. Well, obviously Oakland. Wait, when you say that, it sounds like too much. I'm gonna hedge and go 7. Oakland minus 7.
This is in Jersey?
Yes.
I'm going to go Oakland by 7. Oh, you said 7. Oakland by 6.
That's allowed.
It's not.
Oakland by 3.
Ugh.
Well, I want to go Oakland all day long then.
Yeah, all day.
How were they
All
double
day.
digits last week?
Yeah, all day. No, because the Jets are back. That's why.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because the Jets are back.
That's insane.
They're back.
Steelers at Bengals.
Steelers at Bengals. I'm going to go... Well, it depends on which one of them pick up Colin Kaepernick this week. I'm going fucking... God damn. That's a pick. Because that really might be a tie.
It's hard to call.
That really might end in a tie. Because they're both garbage. They're both garbage.
It's tough. And the Bengals quarterback hasn't looked good.
What? The Steelers just put up, 7 points against the Browns last week? Is that what it was?
I'm going to go
7 points?
Steelers minus 1.
Steelers minus 6.5.
Good Lord.
All right, they might have some guys coming back from injury.
Seahawks at Eagles.
They're picking up Colin Kaepernick. Vegas knows.
Seahawks at Eagles. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I'll go Eagles minus 2.
Wow. That's pretty good. It's good. That's good. I'm going to go Eagles by 3.
Eagles minus 2.
Woo!
God damn, that's right. You get them right every time when you cheat.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, Fitz told me that one before the show. Which, by the way, my real guess when he asked me was Seahawks minus 3.
Okay.
That line's insane to me.
That line
I
is
will
kinda crazy
be.
to me.
I'm not sure if I'm going to put money on it, but I will say on social media, I'm taking the Seahawks.
You were at the Eagles game last week against Patriots, right?
Yes.
That sucks. It sucks. I wish you would have. I wish you were at a better game. That sucks.
It was a great time because, dude, anyone that says, oh, well, I enjoy watching it on my big screen TV with the HD and everything, you cannot beat the tailgate, the environment, being there with people.
No doubt.
Fuck the game. Like, it's seriously, you cannot replicate the environment pregame.
Yeah, I agree.
It's amazing.
I agree 100%.
Bucks at Falcons.
Is this me?
Yeah.
Falcons, I think they've been playing all right. These are two teams that I just don't pay attention to. They both have a ton of talent. I don't have a feel for this, but if the top of my head, Falcons by 2.
I'm going to go Falcons by 4.
Falcons by 4.5.
Nice job.
Getting lucky this week.
Jags at Titans.
Jags at Titans. I have the same feeling that you just said.
Are
about
we at the
this
late
game.
games yet?
We're at the 4 o'clock games.
So I have no idea
Big
who
game.
these teams are. I know that Nick Foles is back. I know that Nick Foles lost last week.
And these haven't been flexed. I don't know how the flex rules work, but these are the ones that are like
The game's already been flexed.
the Eagles Seahawks game was flexed to 1,
Yeah.
and we got Jags Titans at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
That seems insane to me. All right.
I'm going Titans by 2.
Wow. I guess yeah. Well, it's more of like a who gives a shit. I guess I'll go pick.
Titans by 3. Cowboys at Patriots.
I like Jaguars there. Cowboys at right. That's a good one. That'll be interesting. I have to be consistent, and if you go by the way the Cowboys have played, when they haven't played the Eagles, it's been incredibly consistent. They're not that great. They put up stats, but have they had like a decisive victory over a good team? No. So Vegas knows this, and the Patriots have to be favored by 4.
Going Patriots by 6.
Patriots by 6.5.
You know what? And I said this last week that the line for the Cowboys was too high. I'll say it again. You got to bet Cowboys here. That's too many points.
And the last one, since it won't let me pull up next week's Monday night game, Packers at 49ers.
Ooh, that's a good game.
The Sunday night game
Packers at 49ers.
with the flex schedule in effect.
I'm going to go Packers by 5.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. I'm sorry. 49ers by 5. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see it going either way.
Yeah, I can too,
So-
but in 49ers, I'll go 49ers.
But yeah, I mean, it's at the 49ers, so yeah, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, the 49ers are going to be favored by... It's actually not that bad. I keep thinking like I was going like 2, 3, 4, 5. Feels like the sweet spot. We don't know. We'll go back. We'll come back on this next week. I'll say 3. 49ers by 3.
49ers by 3.
Oh, you did it? I thought you didn't have it yet. All right, sweet. 3.
No, I have it. It just won't let me see Monday.
That's a Sunday night game.
Yeah, it won't let me see Monday
So when
night
I
spread.
focus in, I get it right 100% of the time.
Every time.
So yeah, there you go. I just got to focus. It's that easy.
It's that easy. You guys ready for some clickbait?
Terrific.
LeBron James sipping $3,000 cognac with Anthony Davis.
All right, so the Lakers are really good this year. Right now, they're good. I still can't stand whatever the other dude's name is. The white guy with LeBron hair. Have you seen him yet? Have you seen him yet? You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't watched a whole lot of Lakers. No.
There's a white dude on the Lakers that has the exact same hair as LeBron James, and it drives me crazy. Because I have the same hair, and I don't like going out in public like that. He plays on a national stage like that. I just don't have that kind of confidence.
I don't know who that is.
I don't have that kind of confidence, and it drives me crazy. Just Google white guy on Lakers. Caruso, that's his name. He's really good too. He's really good. He's good.
Why have I never heard of this guy?
He's good, but his hair's silly to me. His hair's really silly to me.
Oh wow, he is balding as fuck.
Like what? Why? Like why wouldn't you just? I don't know. Shave that up. I don't know. Also, you're in the NBA. Fix that. Like LeBron does.
But
it slides off of LeBron's head.
I'm looking at stills of this guy. He looks like he just called like I Got Next, and it's like fan participation day.
Dude, that's what I thought too. I was like, yo, did they just bring this dude up from the minors or something for the G League?
Crazy.
And he's nice. He's really good though. He's good. It drives me crazy because I wish that the Sixers could do something like that. Pull somebody up and actually have a good player that can shoot.
There's
the ball.
been a lot of that this year though. There's a guy with Miami. Nunn. He was not drafted. Yeah. And he played in like the G League, whatever it was. We brought him up last week.
And he's real good. He's real good.
And he's been averaging like, 17 points a game, 6 or 7 assists. Like he's a good player. There's more of that in the league now, which I think is great for the league because it's getting way too predictable in the past few years. So you need more of that. You need more parity. You need more of these guys coming out of nowhere. It's good for the league, but it's also weird.
The more I think about this Caruso guy's hair, the more I want to get a haircut right now. Next.
Bernie Sanders slashes buttery jump shot, 5 hits in a row.
Listen, I love Bernie Sanders, but I'm sick of seeing him shoot basketballs. It is silly to me. It doesn't matter to me at all.
Well, he did the baseballs a couple months ago.
He did do the baseballs a couple months ago. Jump shot, I don't know. I've seen Bernie get wet from like 5 feet. They post these videos of Bernie Sanders shooting the ball, not jump shots. He's just making foul shots from around the court, like pretty much is what he's doing. Good for Bernie.
Who cares? I mean, they showed the video of Elizabeth Warren drinking a beer, and it was the most like uncomfortable thing. Like, look at how relatable I am, as you look like incredibly staged and unrelatable as shit.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the Bernie jump shots.
Nothing relatable at all of an 80-something-year-old man shooting jump shots.
Yeah,
it's not cool. It's not normal. It's weird.
Yeah.
And stop it.
I find it weird as well.
Angry bagel guy suffers apparent stroke outside of deli.
Good.
That guy just had a stroke.
You.
Apparently.
Great.
According to TMZ.
It's not like we didn't see it coming. Well, the guy's not.
First of all, there's a very low percentage that this is real.
You think?
Very high percentage that this is faked. It's staged. He's desperately trying to be relevant again because his relevance was based on so little to begin with.
Right.
And, his sex appeal is high. But, just like Paris Hilton and all these people, like, how long can you rely on just that?
Yeah. So you got to fake a stroke.
Eventually, you got to have some skill to mix in.
Wow.
Female MMA fighter dies after collapsing in the ring. Cops investigating.
Did this just happen?
Yes.
Was it like a UFC event?
No, it was at
Just like the different one. Okay.
Yeah.
So I assume she wasn't hit. It was just like she was just doing her thing and just collapsed.
No.
So they're wondering if it was like exhaustion, if there were drugs that might have contributed to her.
No, she fought in the fight.
Oh, so she died after the fight?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
got it. Yeah.
Wow. That's a shame. That's a real shame. It'd be interesting to see, like, if it was due to the fight or, like you said, if there was like any drugs.
Well, that's
anything.
why they're investigating to see what was going on.
Yeah.
And last one, Steve-O, watch a needle go through my hands.
Like,
I mean,
through his hand?
You've seen it once. You've seen it a million times. Why is he like the whole needle in the hand trick? Snooze fest. Seriously.
Yeah. Good for Steve-O.
There might be a spot, and if anybody would know, he would know. There might be a spot in your hand, and you know exactly where to go, where you're not going to hit anything but like, blood stuff and skin. And when I say blood stuff, I know I'm going to lose a lot of people with my, medical jargon. I'm pretty good with this stuff, but there is a lot of blood stuff between your skin.
Yeah.
So I think he's pretty good at,
As long as you miss a bone,
knowing
you're
where to
good.
go.
You ready for go to the week?
Might Be Sports presents the greatest of all time.
Of the week.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
How did you get back in?
just
You have to
will not
lock your
leave.
back door, dude. And CJ, for the millionth time, you don't have to give him your microphone.
Well, I don't see him coming in the back door.
And that's the problem. But really, if you think about it, is it that surprising? Is it really? Is it really?
My clear cut go to the week. Absolutely clear cut has to be, and we've talked about him a lot on this show, but it has to happen. Lamar Jackson is the clear cut go to the week. Also the clear cut MVP frontrunner in the league right now has to be the number one frontrunner of the MVP race in my mind. Against a pretty decent, above average 6-4, well at the time 6-3 Houston Texans team. He went 17 for 24, 222 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, with a rating of 139.2. In their 41-7 victory over the Houston Texans, bringing them to 8-2, one game behind the Patriots for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Crazy.
The talk with him between us has always been not if he gets hurt, but when. That being said, I can say I feel like he's getting bigger. Like every time because I don't watch the Ravens, I don't watch them, but like I feel like every time I see, every couple weeks, every few weeks, when I see him at the podium post game, he looks bigger. He looks like he's in great shape. This guy. I have just so much respect for his game because of how elusive he is. I talk about it all the time. He's a ton of fun to watch. That being said, most of what I see is on the highlight reels, but just electrifying player. And the thing that everybody criticized him on the most last season, which was his passing, he has turned that around all the way. I mean, he's not the best passer in the league. Don't get it twisted. But he's proving the doubters wrong left and right this season, with everything he's doing. Lamar Jackson, clear cut, go to the week this week.
Right, and I have to, like I said, I got to eat crow on that. I thought with a week off, the Texans would come in with a game plan and shut him down.
Because him and Deshaun Watson, they've been rivals since college. I mean,
Right.
Louisville versus Clemson was a great matchup when they were both playing. They're both Heisman winners, both incredible players, and I think that Deshaun Watson has a super bright future in this league. But the idea that he wrote on his jersey, like, you're 100% the MVP right now, that just speaks volumes to me. It's great to see. It's great to see. He didn't have a bad day. I mean, he went 18 for 29, 169 yards, 1 pick, no touchdowns.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, quarterback rating 63.7. But like,
Right.
you just
I
look
don't
at
know.
it, and it's a totally different guy this year.
I was wrong for now. I think I'll be right, but for now I'm wrong. We'll see how it plays out. But so your guy was football,
Football, yeah,
the NFL.
yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of a big sport,
yeah. I'd say so.
kind of a big deal. I mean, people tune in to watch football, I guess, a lot.
Yeah.
But my go to the week, I thought you were going to choose because it's an obvious choice.
Oh,
But I mean, you went with football, which again, fine. I'm going to choose, and you're going to feel silly when I say this out loud, but
oh, good Lord.
Dan from Survivor.
I know it.
Man.
I know
He survived.
I knew it.
So this is like, so they do this every year. There's at least 1 week where they have 2 people voted out in the same episode. They had a double episode, 2 hours long. Hey, twice the fun as far as I'm concerned. And this was amazing. This was Survivor's Me Too episode, but it was, and you have to think, my God, Kevin, are you choosing a man on the Me Too episode? The weird thing about this one was that Dan's kind of touchy-feely.
Oh.
And it's not great, but it's not
Good touch or bad
criminal.
touch?
I mean, it's not that bad. What I always thought, they had been kind of, they've been building on this for a few episodes, and I always wondered, because, you know, we talked to a guy from Survivor about how they love to they can cut this show however they want. And I always thought it's weird how they haven't showed a whole lot of him doing that many things wrong. They'll show him like patting the person on the back or like touching their hair, whatever. They could show so much worse things. Why are they not doing this? It turns out there were a select few contestants lying about this the entire time. And it just snowballed to try to get this guy out. And this became a whole big thing where they're using the Me Too thing to try to vote a player out on Survivor, which is bold.
Right.
I feel bad for the guy. And hey, he was being a little too touchy-feely. Somebody says don't touch somebody else. Just keep your hands in your pocket the whole goddamn time, as far as how I'm concerned. He did not do that, but also he didn't do anything quote-unquote wrong. But some people on the show used it to their advantage. They tried to get it to vote him off. Unfortunately, it ended up making them look bad. But my thing is, when it's a game on an island, all things are fair. It looks bad on TV. I don't think you should jump all over these girls for just saying, like, whatever they did in the heat of the moment to try to get somebody voted off, fine. But Dan, I feel bad for him because his whole life could have been destroyed. So I'm rooting for Dan. He's still going forward. Everything's cool. Don't talk shit. Don't feel bad. Don't trash the girls that try to jump on the bandwagon and get him out. There are no rules in Survivor. You got to survive. It's in the damn name of the show. No holds barred. Do whatever it takes. But I'm glad that Dan's life wasn't destroyed from this, because we've seen it can go that way, and it's ugly. So good for Dan. Go to the week. He lives on for another week. And guess what? This week,
Clear cut, go to the week.
Wednesday, clear cut. And I'm, again, shocked you didn't choose him this week. But I'm glad, because now I get to, to make my speech. And on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, I believe, on CBS, we have another double vote. So we got 2 guys voted off this episode. Only an hour long, I'm sorry. But 2 people voted off this week. CBS, Survivor, don't forget to check it out. And I'll be rooting for Dan.
So do you watch Survivor live or do you watch it on demand?
I usually, I try to watch it live only because they lock the DVR thing on my app. So if I don't watch it live, I have to watch all the commercials. Not down with that. So I try to watch it live if I can.
I got you. Well, great job this week. Both of you. Fantastic. Kev, thanks for being here.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
I swear to God, I thought...
You need new locks. He has a key.
He didn't even steal... He got a microphone somehow.
CJ, fantastic job.
Thank you.
Reevy, excellent.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
Hey, you know what? We should drink every week.